I think, Gil, that eye has never really fully recovered from the beating Stewart gave him. George got
nice
the
right hand
in round one. Sharp right by Murrera, who seems to... Foreman goes right hand to the body. Murrera concentrating on the jab in this round.
Jab and hook. Good straight right hand, really start putting some pressure on you. And as Larry mentioned, which is true, he's really trying to put his will on Michael Murrera.
George landed at 1-2, and then Murrera snaps his head back with 2 consecutive jabs. Imposing his will how, Gil?
By just keeping that pressure on, not getting rattled, got nailed in.
Yep.
You can see Foreman loading up with that right hand. I'm surprised that Murrera couldn't see it. They're both stand-up fighters, and again, trying to move. You got a nice combination by George.
Snapping George's head back now.
And again, you know, with George, a 45-year-old skin, he should start to mark up from the result of those. I gave Murrera 3 rounds and 1 to George, but the 1 round I called very, very close. That was the 2nd round.
Keep doing that. Another one to the body.
If George was sitting here, he would say, though.
Here's a good snapping jab from George.
And there are 2 right, particularly from this range.
Snappy punches from George Foreman. Those punches had a little snap on them. Good right hand by George Foreman.
More and more uppercuts as the rounds progress. But what the crowd is responding to is that George's blows appear to be the heavier shots now.
Michael Murrera do what he wants him to do. Big right hand. That's the best right hand of the fight by George Foreman.
And Murrera was hurt by that right hand, and he backs into a stationary position against the ropes.
And a right uppercut by George. George knows he hurt him.
And now Murrera got into that parallel position against the ropes, which has given him trouble before, Gil.
That's one of a real no-no in boxing. I mean, that's one of the first punches.
And when Michael backed up off that right hand by Foreman, he almost did it. Near.
The question is whether George has recovered, because he's now trying to take a break, it looks like.
Left and a right inside by Murrera. Sizzling.
When Michael Murrera moves, one thing you have to give George credit for, though, is credit and will to win.
The early right. Uppercut by Murrera, blasted Foreman's chin backward.
This is early in the... All right, here you see Murrera coming on as the round...
The belt, Joe Cortez walked casually past Foreman and said, George, don't do that. Right hand landed there, and another. And a right and a left, and suddenly Murrera stopped punching, and it's Foreman's initiative.
And there's that competitive spirit of George is coming out again. He feels he's nailed Murrera with a good punch, and he's a good finisher. He knows how to do it.
Now George stopped punching again. And takes jabs for his trouble. Foreman waiting in to set up a left hook, and another left hook. For Foreman, he's had a pretty good round here in number 10.
Again, Atlas didn't counter. Atlas, here we go again with the Atlas. Michael Murrera is down.
Goes Murrera on a right hand. An unbelievably close-in right hand shot. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It happened. It happened.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Well, we mentioned that he was having a strong round. He had set up some blows, and then that right hand anesthetized
Michael Moore was not in trouble at any time until I just started landing too many short right hands right on the tip of the nose, and they just started hurting, and finally he just couldn't take it anymore. I was gonna belly bump him if he hadn't went down.
Really challenges him, just jumps on him with a big physical attack. Here comes Murrera.
You know, it was a good right hook. It was more of a balance shot, I think, than it was a big hard shot.
Back comes Holyfield.
He's doing very well this round.
Yeah, I think this is a more round so far.
He's getting it.
His left hook to the head.
Evander's left hook is being big.
Right uppercut by Holyfield to the chin of Murrera. A straight right hand by Holyfield. Let's see if Murrera has answered. Holyfield pouring it on. He scored big with a right hook.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Holyfield, though, I believe is cut. Right eye area.
They bang
3. A round that sees a cut on Evander Holyfield.
There's another butt.
There are no light punches in this fight. They're going at it.
That's the jab that Michael Moore needs to use.
And
Evander Holyfield.
And that's the one that holds Holyfield at bay.
Don't know in boxing. He's right now apparently leading this fight.
Evander Holyfield has not neutralized it as much as he was supposed to.
Oh, a left hook by Michael Moore, and that stunned Holyfield.
You know, every man's got a bullet with his name on it. Michael Moore just might be the bullet.
A straight right hand by Holyfield, and down goes Moore out of nowhere.
5, 6.
Moore looks over to his corner and says he's okay. Resume with 8 seconds.
No question. As we just keep your eye on the right hand. There it is. It's just a perfect punch where
I have Holyfield ahead by a couple of points with the knockdown.
Look out! Moore is in trouble. A straight right.
Both can give good beatings, but who's tougher? There's another stagger.
Moore momentarily days in the left hook. Again, wobbles him. He's being rocked. A straight right hand pushes Moore back.
Both fighters are squared up fighting, but they're very tired.
A 15-second barrage by Evander Holyfield. He continues to come forward, and down goes Moore. Down to 1 knee. Second knockdown for Holyfield.
5, 6, 7, 8.
He gets up on 8, but he
in.
Could this be the end? Moore in dire trouble. 40 seconds ago, right up the top, down he goes again. There's no 3 knockdown rule. Fighting back with all his heart. A right on the temple. Uppercut, left hook by Holyfield.
Michael Moore is taking some big shots.
All right, take a look at that first punch that gets him in trouble. It's a hook, and you see him, it's just too much for him. 2 right.
He has made in trouble. Michael Moore trying to sustain. Right uppercut on the inside.
All right, this is second knockdown, apparently second knockdown, and that, again, is the fact that...
That was blocked partially, but
There he goes again.
combination. He's down for the 4th time. Michael Moore rolling around the canvas with a minute to go in the 8th.
7, 8. You okay?
Really upset with him.
Holyfield is fighting like a great champion.
That wobbled Michael Moore again.
Michael Moore's legs are not totally under him. He's not sturdy. Right now you see him, he's leaning off to the side. Michael Moore is getting hurt by Evander.
1 or 2 more punches could end it for Holyfield.
Well, he's delivered them, and it doesn't do anything.
25 seconds and counting.
Look who's going back.
Look at
Many of his victories.
Michael Moore's stock goes up regardless.
Yes, indeed.
Look at that right uppercut to the chin by Holyfield. Oh, down he goes for the 5th time.
This fight's over, Johnny.
Get up.
This is it.
Down on his back stroll.
6, 7.
He's going to make it.
8. That's 7. Cartoony. You all right? You keep going?
The bell ends the round.
What?
Look at me, Michael.
Look at Flip.
How you know it's okay?
It's over. The fight's over right now.
It just ended as we started this replay. They are waving it off. Michael Moore cannot answer the bell.
Evander comes in, throws a straight right. Not quite the body. There's the hook. Now watch the uppercut. He's inside. Here's where he's effective. He's the inside fighter. That right uppercut did a ton of damage. Michael's hurt. He's in trouble. He's on his way to Florida. Here's a combination basically to just finish him off. He was on his way there after the uppercut. Evander closed the gap.
One of the fights, I think, when he fought with Izod and also I get Biabuchi.
So the Biabuchi fight was unbelievable.
Yeah, they've both been in those type fights.
On the other hand, this could become a chess match if Murrera is able to box for 36 minutes, or for 30 minutes, I should say. Scheduled for 10, not for 12. David Tua gets in 2 body punches early. The rib cage of Murrera, and down goes Murrera.
He's not moving at all. It's over with.
There's the 30-second knockout right there. And that's what makes David Tua David Tua.
And also, Jim, it was the body punches that made it happen.
Absolutely.
And body punches is something we never used to see David Tua throw. He was so left hook conscious, thinking that he would always get the left hook in, that he didn't work on his other stuff. That